students, Namaste. This is Arjun Gupta from St. Joseph Degree College. In this session, we are supposed to discuss regarding to offshore banking system. First of all, let us see the broad definition regarding to offshore banking system. Offshore bank is that of a bank that is located in a jurisdiction or country that is different from the jurisdiction or country that the depositor or investor resides. Now, let us see what does offshore banking mean. An offshore bank is a bank located outside the country of residence of its depositors, with most of its account holders being non-residents of the jurisdiction. An account held in a foreign country, especially is a haven country, is often described as an offshore account. Typically, an individual or company will maintain an offshore account in a low tax jurisdiction that provides financial and legal advantages such as offshore banking has often been associated with the underground economy and organized crime via tax evasion and money laundering. However, legally, offshore banking does not prevent assets from being subject to personal tax on interest, except for certain people who meet fairly complex requirements. The personal income tax of many countries makes no distinction between interest earned in local banks and that earned above. For example, persons subject to US income tax are required to declare any foreign bank accounts which may or may not be numbered bank accounts they may have. Although offshore banks may decide not to report income to other tax authorities and have no legal obligations to do so as they are protected by bank secrecy. This does not make the non-declaration of the income by the taxpayer or the evasion of the tax on that income is legal. Now, let us see the offshore banking in our country. The government of India has introduced the special economic zones in simple manner says schemes with a view to providing an internationally competitive and a hassle-free environment for export production. As per the government's policies, CEZ will be specially delineated duty-free enclave and deemed to be a foreign territory for the purpose of trade operations and duties so as to use in export-led growth of the economy. It was also indicated by the Union Commerce Minister in his speech announcing the exempt policy for 2002-2007 that for the first time offshore banking units would be permitted to be set up in CEZ. These units would be virtually foreign branches of Indian banks but located in India. These offshore bank units would be exempt from CRR, SLR and give access to CEZ units and CEZ developers to international finances at international rates. Eligibility criteria regarding to this. Banks operating in India in form of public sector, private sector and foreign banks authorized to deal in foreign exchange are eligible to set up offshore bank units. Such banks having overseas branches and experience of running offshore bank units would be given preference. Each of the eligible banks would be permitted to establish only one offshore bank unit which would essentially carry on wholesale banking operations. Now, let us see the characteristics regarding to offshore bank units. An offshore banking possesses so many characteristics like tax efficiency, confidentiality, access to special investment opportunities, no foreign exchange control, protection against local political or financial instability, global investment and business perspective. Let us discuss one by one. Tax efficiency. In most offshore jurisdictions, tax benefits including interest on offshore accounts and investments are paid without deduction of tax. Offshore banks and private companies are not liable to income tax. Also, considering capital gains tax and stamp duties on property are exempted. There is no need to visit the bank to open an offshore account. Now, confidentiality. Most offshore banks provide high level of confidentiality, security and convenience. All personal data and the details of your banking, including the account balance, are protected by modern legislation. The amount of an offshore bank account is not liable to inheritance of tax. Now, access to special investment opportunities. One of offshore banking benefits is easy global access to deposits, at least in terms of regulation. Most jurisdictions offer less restrictive legal regulation for offshore accounts compared to accounts opened in local banks. Next, no foreign exchange control. It is possible to conduct business in the country in which you have your bank account with local currency. And offshore banking also provides protection against local political or financial instability because offshore bank accounts do not become subject to local litigation. Next and finally, global investment and business perspective. Familiarity with offshore and international business, banking operations can be made from any place of world via internet, email, post or telephone. Because of the cost of establishing and maintaining offshore accounts, offshore private banking is usually more accessible to wealthy persons. However, simple saving accounts can be opened and maintained by anyone for fee equivalent to the banks located on offshore. Now, let us see the advantages and disadvantages of offshore banking system. First of all, let us see the advantages of offshore banking. Offshore banks can offer access to politically and economically stable jurisdictions for residents in areas who fears their assets may be frozen, seized or disappear. Offshore banks may function with a lower cost base and can provide higher interest rates than the legal rate in the home country due to lower overheads and a lack of government intervention. Offshore banks generally pay interest without tax being deducted. Some offshore banks provide banking services that may not be available from domestic banks. Now, let us see the disadvantages of offshore banking system. Offshore bank accounts are less financially secure. In this kind of banking system, it has been associated with the underground economy and organized crime through money laundering. Offshore jurisdictions are often remote and costly to visit. Hence, physical access can be difficult. Offshore private banking usually more accessible to those on higher income levels. The cost of establishing and maintaining offshore accounts are very high and are not meant for an ordinary person. Students, these are advantages and disadvantages of offshore banking system. Now, let us see an animated video regarding to offshore banking system.
An offshore bank is a bank located outside the country of residence of its depositors, with most of its account holders being non-residents of the jurisdiction. An account held in a foreign account, especially in a tax haven country, is often described as an offshore account. Typically, An individual or company will maintain an offshore account in a low-tax jurisdiction or tax haven that provides financial and legal advantages, such as greater privacy. See also bank secrecy, a principle born with the 1934 Swiss Banking Act. Little or no taxation, that is tax havens. Easy access to deposits, at least in terms of regulation, and protection against local, political, or financial instability. While the term originates from the Channel Islands being offshore from the United Kingdom, and while most offshore banks are located in island nations to this day, the term is used figuratively to refer to any bank used for these advantages, regardless of location. Thus, some banks in landlocked Switzerland, Luxembourg and Andorra may be described as offshore banks. Offshore banking has often been associated with the underground economy and organized crime, via tax evasion and money laundering. However, legally, offshore banking does not prevent assets from being subject to personal income tax on interest. Except for certain people who meet fairly complex requirements, the personal income tax of many countries makes no distinction between interest earned in local banks and those earned abroad. Persons subject to U.S. income tax, for example, are required to declare, on penalty of perjury, any foreign bank accounts, which may or may not be numbered bank accounts, they may have. Although offshore banks may decide not to report income to other tax authorities, and have no legal obligation to do so as they are protected by bank secrecy, this does not make the non-declaration of the income by the taxpayer or the evasion of the tax on that income legal. Following the 9/11 attacks, there have been many calls for more regulation on international finance, in particular concerning offshore banks, tax havens, and clearing houses such as Clearstream, based in Luxembourg, being possible crossroads for major illegal money flows. How dare citizens control monetary value beyond their state's grasp and supervision? The perceived mentality of the state, satirically verbalized by defenders of offshore banking. Defenders of offshore banking have criticized these attempts at regulation. They claim the process is prompted not by security and financial concerns, but by the desire of domestic banks and tax agencies to access the money held in offshore accounts. They cite the fact that offshore banking offers a competitive threat to the banking and taxation systems in developed countries, suggesting that Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) countries are trying to stamp out competition.
Students, I hope you have enjoyed the session a lot and thanks for watching the video. Thank you.